What's going on, everyone? Yeah, that's right. I lost my mind. I lost my mind with this update. No, I'm kidding. So it is October, so I decided to be a little festive and just lose my head a little bit. I'm Mysterio today. I'm Mysterio, okay? So I've got a new price guide for you all to show you all the latest prices for not only the factory update, but also obviously the latest cow update. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this price guide. Don't worry about my cow. It's somewhere over here. But before I begin, if you don't mind hitting that like button and subscribing if you'd like, cow. Seriously, cow. Oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and jump into the prices. So we got the bucket. Bucket does not cost that much to make. It only costs a little bit of iron. So I am saying empty bucket, 500 coins. But then we take a jump, a huge jump to 20,000 for a milk bucket. So currently I have not found any empty buckets on Discord. But on Discord trading, they're going for exactly the same price that I'm going for. So they are actually going for 20,000. Same price as what I had it at. And so if you can get 20,000 off your milk right now, go and sell all your milk. Just do as much farming as possible. Eventually this is going to drop quite a bit because I think a lot of people are going to realize cheese is not worth it. So cheese is definitely not worth the 20,000, but they're all trying to max out their quests right now. So while people are trying to max out their quests, they are trying to buy milk. That's the only reason why people are really buying milk, is to max out their quests or their tasks. And then we got the animal well-being kit for 10,000, and Discord is trading for the same amount. So we're pretty much on par there. Animal bench actually dropped. In fact, Discord's selling these for less than what I have them priced at. I actually saw some of these going for about 2,000 on the Discord. I still think they're worth about 5,000. Here's what they require. I'll show you what they require to make. So you can see they require 5 iron and 30 wood. So I just know a lot of people are trying to get these made. A lot of people don't have the materials, so 5,000 is not a bad price. I would say about 3,000 is where I'm going to dip it pretty soon here, about 3,000 or 4,000. But I'm not going to go to the 2,000 that the Discord is priced at, because I think that's a little low. And then we got the wheat truff. That is going for 8,000 coins. Discord is going for 50,000 currently. As of today, the Discord is pricing this at 50,000. It is not worth 50,000. In fact, mine is technically a little high from what it's really worth. So if you look at the cost of these things, the only reason why it's going for a lot is because it's requiring the level, right? I'd say this is worth only about 2,000, but people are selling these for 50,000, trying to take advantage of players that don't have it because they haven't unlocked it yet. So, you are looking at a little bit of a convenience factor. So that's already priced into my price. So this is actually only technically worth maybe 3,000, but I've already marked up 5,000 for the fact that you might have it and you're trying to sell it to someone that doesn't. But hey, if you can make 50,000 coins off of this, then go for it. And then hay bed is priced at 50,000 because this is one of the harder ones to get. It does require only 50 wheat. So you can see it requires 50 wheat and you're good. So let's go ahead and head up here. So the cheese maker is a little different. So the cheese maker is going for 50,000 here. On the Discord, it is going for $1 million. So on the Discord, this is priced at $1 million. It is not worth $1 million. Let me tell you, right now you can't see my eyes, but right now I'm telling you seriously, it is not worth $1 million. Don't overpay for this thing. So here's what it takes. So it requires only 30 birchwood and only 50 iron. It is not worth $1 million. If you want to offer someone 100,000, maybe, but 50,000 is where it's going to be. It's going to settle at this pretty soon. A lot of people are going to realize that cheese is not worth the 100,000 that they're paying. It's not worth the 100,000 that they're paying. So pretty soon they're going to realize it's not worth the coins. So currently cheese is kind of worthless. There's nothing really to do other than eat it. So I have it marked at 1,000 because it's not that hard to make. You only need a bucket of milk. Now, because the milk is actually 20,000, technically you would say that this is also worth maybe 25, maybe 30,000, but I don't believe it because that's just if you wanted to sell it. If you wanted to bother selling your milk, you can get about 20,000. But if you didn't, you could just make cheese for 1,000. It doesn't make any sense, right? Well, that's okay because we don't need to make sense here because you're not likely to sell cheese anyway. Because as soon as you convert the milk to cheese, the cheese is only worth 1,000. Make sense? Even though the milk, the source, the craftable item that you use to make the cheese is worth more than the actual cheese. Doesn't make any sense, but it does if you think about it. And then over here, we got the red bronze ingot. It is expensive because everyone wants these to be able to make Rageblades. And it takes a whole refinery. So you got to have the refinery. So you got to invest in this. So it's worth a lot right now. Red bronze will drop in price eventually, but currently it is super valuable. It's 100,000 a piece. Just because we're talking, it does require gold to make. It requires 2 gold if you think about it. So it requires 2 gold to make one of these and a bunch of copper. So it is very, very valuable. So if you think about it, so if gold is going for, some people are selling gold for 20,000. I think that's ridiculous. But let's just assume that maybe gold is worth 10,000 a piece. That makes the just the gold invested in this alone is worth 20,000, right? And then you look at how much copper goes into this. So you need 30 copper to be able to go into that, and copper here is worth 2,500. So we're looking at about 100,000 right now. We're looking at about 100,000 for the cost to make a red bronze ingot. And so that's a good price right now. You're going to see it going on the Discord for 300,000 a piece. So that makes sense. You know, there's enough demand going on for this because everyone's trying to make Rageblades ASAP. So 300,000 is also pretty reasonable. So I would say my price is probably going to be the bottom of that. And then the upside, you're going to be seeing it for about 300,000 for a little bit, and it'll continue to drop, and mine will continue to drop. So make sure you're watching my price guide as I update it. I haven't been updating it as frequently as I'd like lately. I apologize for that. I've just been really busy with this contest and other things. So I haven't had a chance to update it every couple days like I used to, but I'll try to get more frequent again. And then we got the red Bronze Refinery. So I have mine priced at 40 million. The Discord is trying to sell them for 70 million. I don't think it's worth that. This is already marked up a little bit for profit. So for the fact that you actually had to go and have all the items and stuff. But I would say, you know, you're probably going to be looking at about 50 million for a while. I would not buy anything for over 50 million just because of scams. There's a lot of people that are, you know, contacting me. I get dozens and dozens and dozens of DMs every day of people saying I got scammed, and typically it's because they try to buy something not through a vending machine. And those that actually did go through a vending machine, they got the hot swap scam where maybe they were, you know, trying to buy like a really cheap smelter, and then they switched it, and then they ended up selling their smelter in their inventory for cheap because the seller actually swapped it from buy mode to sell mode and scam them. So that's a typical scam through vendings. But in this case, try not to buy stuff for over 50 million if you can. So that leads me to this thing you've probably been staring at is DV. There's no way the Rageblade Blueprint is worth 50 million. And if you're saying that, you are correct. So the Rageblade Blueprint itself as of today is going for about 100 million, anywhere between 75 to 100 million. I have seen some people selling it for more. I don't think it's worth more. I would say it's worth about 100 million currently, and it will continue to drop, you know, as more people get it. And of course, if someone dupes it, then of course it's going to destroy the price altogether. As is common in this game, anything that's really worth a lot does end up getting duped, unfortunately. So I would not spend the money if you could. You know, I would just hold off and wait to see if something like that happens, because if it does happen, you're going to be wasting your money and coins on something that you overspent on because someone ruined the value of what you were buying. So consider that before you go and do that. So again, I would say between 50 million and 100 million. What I would do is I would grind this and AFK grind it if you could, which is what I did. It took me about a day of AFK grinding the buffalo core, but alternatively, what you could do is just wait until it gets to about 50 million in value, which will probably happen. I would say this is going to happen over the next 3 days. So give it, if you can give it until next update to really buy your blueprint, you're going to be able to buy it off people from their vending machines pretty soon. So I'm going to go ahead and craft this so I can show you the blade itself. All right, so we got the Rageblade in here. It is 50 million currently. That is my price because I will tell you it is not better than a lot of the other weapons in the game, but it is slightly better than the hammer, but not by much. So if you're going to overspend on it, I would actually recommend the most you ever spend on it is 50 million. It is going to drop in price. Don't overspend on this unless you really want disappointment. A lot of people are getting disappointed by the sword when they overspend on it, and they're like, you know, bummed out that they overspent. So let me tell you how much it's really worth right now. So let's go over to this. So we can see to craft it, you need 100 red bronze, which is going for 100,000 each, right? So you're looking at 10 million current cost plus some maple wood. So currently right now it's worth about 15 million. If I were to go and farm all this myself and sell it, I would be looking at about that. But if I went and bought materials off of someone else that was going for 300,000 a piece, then we're looking at about 35 million cost. Because again, if we have red bronze going for 300,000 a piece, maximum, and you have to have 100 of those, then we're only talking 30 million, right? We're not talking 70 million. We're not talking 50 million. So currently my price is a little high, but because of the demand, I repeat that the demand is so high that Rageblades are being sold for more than 50 million currently on the Discord. The Discord is selling them for 70 million currently. I say they're worth no more than 50 million, but over the next couple days, you're going to see that this is probably going to only be worth about 30 to 35 million is my guess. Just don't lose your mind trying to, you know, buy it. Okay, so over here, we got the steel mill. So steel mill we got for $1 million. Previously it was going for $2 million. My price and the Discord price are pretty much spot on here. Next up I have the drill. It's only 750,000 coins. I'd actually say it's worth a lot less than that, but because the demand is still there, a lot of people need it. It's still worth quite a bit. They sell pretty fast. I would say this is going to probably drop to about 400,000 pretty soon because it does only require crystallized iron, a blue sticky, and something else here. Let's see. I think it's only steel rods. So it only requires a crystallized iron, which goes for about 250,000 currently. currently. And then you have the blue sticky gear, which may be at most 30,000. So we're so far here, we're at 280,000 cost. And then you've got steel rods. I priced mine at about 50,000 a piece, so that's 400,000 on top of that. So we're still looking at about 600, 700,000 cost. So this will continue to go down, but currently the Discord is selling them for about $1 million to $3 million. The copper press does require a bunch of copper to be able to make. I have mine at 2 million. The Discord is selling these for about 3 million still. And then we got the steel press. My price here is actually higher than the Discord. It's very rare that my price is higher than the Discord, but I think what can happen on the Discord is if there's duping, and I'm basing things on cost. So if these got duped, unfortunately, it is going to go down in price a little bit. I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but the Discord is pricing them at 30 million currently. I don't know what kind of volume they have at that price, but it is worth 35 million just in pure cost. So, and what's interesting about this is the cost of materials on the Discord are higher than the cost of my prices of materials. So it doesn't really make any sense because my craftable items are actually cheaper than the Discord's. So if you were going to go to the Discord and buy all the materials to craft this, they would actually cost you more than 35 million. So I don't understand why the Discord would be cheaper. Again, big question marks, but if I had a brain, I'd probably be able to figure it out, but I don't because I lost my head. I lost my head. Sheesh. I like that you can actually see the icon because I don't have a head here. It's great. Okay, so we got the gearbox. The gearbox here, I have at 8 million. This is based on my current prices of craftable materials, and it's actually a little bit more. It's marked up a bit based on demand. Now on the Discord, they are going for a little bit more. They're going for about 10 million a piece on Discord. And then we're gonna go up here to copper ore. So copper ore is going for about 1,000. That is pretty much an agreed price between me and the Discord. Copper ingots, same price for Discord and mine. So we Discord and I agree on the price for this. The copper bolts for 40,000, that's my price. My price is 10,000 higher than the Discord. I disagree with Discord because I am basing it off of this price. So it's about 37,000 or so for cost. And then over here, we got the copper rod. Discord and I agree with this. So Discord and I are at 80,000. Copper plate, I've got it at 140,000 coins. The Discord has it for 100,000 coins, which is odd, but that's what they got it at. So, and then you got the steel bolts. I have mine at 30,000. Discord has them at 30,000 as well. Steel rods, I have mine at 50,000. Discord has these at 30,000. So again, you're probably going to be seeing them at the low range of 30,000. That's actually a pretty good deal. 50,000 because of demand. Everyone wants steel rods. So you're going to be able to sell them at 50,000, no problem. Steel plate, I have it at 150,000 and Discord has them at 150,000 as well. So those are going to be in demand because again, you do need a steel press. So there is going to be a little bit of price involved there. Steel ingots, I have mine at 2,000. Discord is selling them for 3,000. So whenever I show you the prices for Discord on steel ingots, this one, I think someone had about 50,000 in stock at 3,000 a piece. Industrial smelter, this is the last item in this block here. And I'm only showing this because even though it's not a part of the factory update, it is a crucial part of it. They spiked quite a bit, not only because the demand increased significantly because everyone needs a smelter for pretty much everything in here now. They need it for the resource islands. They need it for their copper island. They need it for their gold island. They need it for steel farms. They need smelters for everything pretty much. But not only did the demand increase, but the cost increased with the steel rods required. Right, so the cost did increase about 400,000. I don't understand why it's 2.5 million, but that's my price. It is going sometimes for about 5 million. I think those are pretty much ripoffs. So if you see something for over 2.5 million, I think you're kind of getting into this little danger zone. I'm not going to price shame you if you're trying to make too much off of these, but I don't see how they're worth, like at one point I said, look, pink sticky gears are one of the most valuable items in the game. A lot of people disagreed with that. I just said, look, pink sticky gears are one of the hardest things to farm for in the game. Like it is one of the most difficult, besides the ruby scorp stinger, pink sticky gears were one of the hardest things to farm ever, right? And I didn't understand why they would be cheaper than a buffle core crystal because they're harder to get than buffle core crystals. Even for propellers, right? Propellers are easier to get than a pink sticky gear because all you got to do is fish for fish. You don't need to narrow down to the pink fish in the pond or anything like that. So now these are worth 2.5 million. I would say if you're going to go and sell a pink sticky, I'm not showing it here, but if you're going to sell a pink sticky based on this, you should be selling your pink stickies for about 500,000 minimum. So hold on to those smelters and sell them for a good price. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't mind hitting that like button if you liked it. And if you haven't subbed yet, it's up to you. You can sub if you'd like. That'd be awesome if you did. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy. Peace. Where'd my cow go? Cow, where'd you go, cow? Seriously, where'd my cow go? Where the heck did my... Oh my gosh. Cow. Seriously, cow. We got to talk about this.